Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Tef's Tavern. We are sitting here tonight with four wonderful players, and we're going to see what we can't get done. I'm going to even just lead right into it. You guys were hired by the mayor of a nearby town. You're new to the area. You've been traveling from afar. You guys can decide how well you know one another. And not 15 minutes into the first watch on the first night, whoever seemed to be taking watch heard an odd rustling in the bushes, followed by a splitting headache that only lasted about 3 seconds because then you were unconscious. All four of you awaken in a musty, damp, for the most part, dark cavern. Your hands are tied above your head. You're hanging probably about 3 to 5 inches off the ground with the feet. It's very uncomfortable. You've been stripped to just clothing. You don't see your gear or equipment anywhere. And you do hear some raspy voices speaking in common coming from probably the next chamber of the cavern. There's a medium-sized bonfire in the middle of the room you guys are standing in. It's about 30 feet across, and you guys pretty much take up the four corners of it. Would any of you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Let me see here. Elmer, I am a very old survivor, fighter, struggling with my age and my arthritis, hoping that life will end better for me than this way. However, it would put me out of my misery if indeed this is how I go. I used to be 6'3". I'm old enough now and beat up enough that I have probably lost a few inches, hobbled on knees. And somehow I ended up with this crew. And I think the grumpy dwarf is the one that fell asleep on duty and got us in this situation.
Grump Thunderrod did fall asleep.
Nice.
Just to stay awake. It's my turn. I'm going to sleep. Grump is a highly successful thief in his own mind. And it's probably because of someone else's fault that we're here. I'm sure.
Very nice. How about the Iron Cross?
Okay. So the Iron Cross is probably the youngest member of the group. He's only 19 years old, but he comes from a very interesting order of Dark Knights, which have twisted the official religion. And because of this, he has some people that he knows which are connected to this. But apparently, the people that he knew weren't his friends, and that's how he ended up in that situation.
I can relate.
Oh, Christ, Muffles, you're always getting us into trouble. Yeah, my name is Armand de la Sol. I am a highly gregarious and easy to know, easy to get to like guy. And these are my comrades. I have gotten us this job here, and this is very unfortunate. I don't know why we're hanging here from the ceiling like sacks of like pieces of meat. Unless we did not go to Katrina's last night, did we? Because I've ended up like this before, but it cost me a few gold.
I am too old to have been to Katrina's.
Oh,
nice. So yeah, not after too long, the voices end in the next room, and a probably fairly large to you guys looking hobgoblin enters the room. He's wearing little else but a loincloth, some ragged sandals. He carries a large club at his side that is slung across his shoulder with a bit of strap of leather. And he walks in, and he's got an eye patch over one eye, and he looks Elmer, he looks you dead in this eye. He evaluates you as being the eldest. You must be in charge. And says, "Oi, you old one there."
Yes.
Nothing seems to be going wrong with you four, I take it.
Aside from hanging from these hooks,
Right.
why don't you let us down? We're of no threat to you.
Oh no, you'll be no threat to us. The captain wanted us to keep you here for good keeping. Apparently, you're to be tonight's feast.
The captain, Armand, did you not tell us the captain was having us aboard as guests? Tell this fool.
Oh yeah, yes, of course, of course. My good sir. I'm trying to look him in the eye. But apparently, I keep getting the patch.
He turns his head.
Oh yes, my good sir. I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. I'm sure the captain wants to have us as guests to dinner, not for dinner. Sure, must be a complete misunderstanding. I'm sure if you let us down, we can.
Exactly. That's exactly the case.
Well then, he seems to contemplate this for a second, and he's taking both of his brain cells and rubbing them together as fiercely as he can. And
Hey, Ugly! Hey, Ugly! Cut me down now!
Someone's saying something on note. Oh, down there!
Ugly!
Oi.
Cut me down now!
Excuse me. I can't wave my hand this time. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My friend here is calling me. That's his pet name for me. I'm sorry. I can't cut you down right now. My hands are tied at the moment. If you just shut up for a second, I'm sure.
No, I'm speaking to the one that has clothes on. Cut me down.
He looks,
If
dude.
you don't cut me down, Elmo is going to take you out.
Elmo.
I've seen him in action before.
He looks to you. He looks at the old man. He looks back to you.
Yes. So you can either get in trouble with me or you can get in trouble with your captain. Either way, which one did you rather have?
Let's see here.
Hey, these humans might look shifty, but have you ever known a dwarf who wasn't honest?
He says, well, all right, but you four better stay in here. I don't want to have to go hunting through these caverns for you. And he goes up to you first, Elmer, and he actually just pulls you off a hook that's been mounted in the wall.
Okay.
Your hands are still tied, but you're no longer hanging.
Okay.
Then he goes next to you, Marcus, pulls down the dwarf, sets you down. Iron Cross.
Yeah.
About time.
Walks past you first. He seems nervous at your look and continues on to Armand, where he lets you down. And then finally comes back to you and lets you down as well. He says, all the four of you to stay in here. I've got a guard at the door.
Well, thank you, my good fellow. Of course. We wouldn't dream of doing anything else.
And he leaves, takes his leave, and just kind of sashes out of the room.
I'm going to waddle up on. What have you got us into? This isn't what you said we were going to do.
I didn't fall asleep during watch.
No, I told you I was going to fall asleep. I don't do watch. I do sleep.
He watched the inside of his
I got
eyelids.
this good looking from doing watch.
Yeah. Well, you got your beauty sleep, that's for sure, Grumpy. I'm gonna limp over. You said there's a bonfire in the middle of the room?
Yes, sir. About 3 feet across.
I'm going to limp over, aching, my joints hurting, and stand in front of this fire for a minute, trying to get some warmth into my aching joints.
Sure. As you approach the fire, you do notice just kind of sticking out from underneath one piece of wood off to the side appears to be the pommel of a dagger.
Sticking out of the fire?
From under the wood, not necessarily in the fire.
Okay. I'll kick it out with my foot.
Certainly.
Like, kick it out into the floor and point to it.
It's a rugged dagger, but it's a dagger.
Grumpy, is that yours?
No, my dagger wasn't very rugged looking. It was dirty and filthy, but I don't remember rugged.
Well, I suggest you arm yourself and cut us free.
Wait a minute. If I'm armed and they come in here, they might attack me.
Let's hope so. Let's hope they start with you. Yes.
Elmo, I thought we were friends. And pick up the dagger.
Nice.
Hey, Elmo, by the way.
Are we tied in front or behind?
You were just above your head. Now your hands are in front of you.
Okay. So I'll stick my hands out in front of the dwarf, and if I have to, I'll saw my own cords loose. If he doesn't do it, I'll saw loose.
Well, first I'm going to do my own, and then I'll do his.
Oh, gotcha.
Then do the cleric, and last of all, do Armand.
Yeah, it's just the worst rope work you've ever seen in your life. You can't believe these knots held.
Right.
Well, the hobgoblin didn't look much of a knot maker himself, so.
Yeah, he looked like the strongest of his senses was his smell, not his intelligence. You start to hear a faint sound of someone trying to blow through their lips, like as if someone didn't know how to whistle, but they were really trying, coming from the entryway to this cavern now.
So are we going to stay?
And do you hear this guy whistling?
I hear someone trying to whistle.
Huh.
Is it? I mean, it's an open. We can walk to this area.
Yeah, it's about another 20 feet from the campfire. It's just a little 10-foot wide opening in the cave.
Okay. I will walk over as carefully and as quietly as I can, muffling my own painful every time I take a step.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, your knees are actually creaking as you sneak across the room. But you notice this guy's the figure at the door isn't necessarily paying attention as much as he's trying to learn to whistle, and he's just trying to focus on it. He's leaning on a spear. He's about 3.5 foot tall, little dog-like features with a lizard-like tail. He appears to be wearing your bracers as shin guards, and he's found some sort of padded armor or a gambeson that he's wearing, almost like a full-length nightgown, but he's got it tied off with one of your belts.
I will.
He's facing away from you.
Yeah.
Behind Elmer, touch him on the back, and in a kind of trying to whisper way, say, "What do you see there, boy?"
I put a finger to my lips and point out the creature who's attempting to whistle.
Is his back to us?
Yep.
Yes, his back's to us. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's just going. He's very clearly been told to keep watch, but he's not a pro at it by any means.
I say we get him here and ask him some questions.
Okay. The Grump will kind of push Elmer to the side. Say, "I guess I can take care of this one," and walk up, try to sneak up behind him and slap him on the back of the head with the pommel of my dagger.
Okay.
Or not my dagger, but the dagger.
The dagger. Ouch. Ouch again.
Oh, God.
Okay. As you're going, forgive me, Elmer kind of shuffles off to the side to make room for you. And again, you can hear his knees creaking. And all of a sudden, the figure stops whistling. And he stiffens up a little bit. You're still about 5 feet behind him. He hasn't turned around yet, but he's stopped whistling.
Okay, I'm going to start whistling then.
Nice. Okay.
Maybe you can
He
teach him how
stops,
to do it.
Cocks his head for a little bit, kind of looks off in the distance, and then he tries to start whistling again.
Okay.
As you approach, he's just about to give us an arm's reach of the man, and you hear the sounds. I don't know if it's more water sloshing or boards creaking, but there's definitely someone in the next room, and it sounds like it's more of a man-built structure that you're hearing it from instead of cave walls and floors. But do you want to go ahead and still try to incapacitate him?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
15.
15 hits. You connect soundly at the back of his skull, and he just slumps into a pile on the ground. He's already snoring.
Turn around to Elmer. One of you guys going to have to come dragging him in there. I already did the guard stuff.
So I look at the Iron Cross and go, well, so much for asking him questions, but the dwarf's not very great.
It's okay. I highly doubt that he could speak if he can't even whistle. So
Yeah, that is a sign of advanced culture, whistling. Let's get him in here.
All right, so I grab him. It's painful to watch me bend over and grab his feet, and I start pulling him toward the fire. I'll reach down and grab his spear and hand it to somebody here with us. Maybe I'll hand it to Armand, and then I'll drag him in closer to the fire. Our ropes are. Can we make out of all of our ropes something that we could bind to this creature with?
Oh yeah, all in all, you were tied in a fashion where there was a long loop to hang over the peg in the roof. So yeah, certainly you could.
So I will begin to bind his legs and arms, and suggest that one of my colleagues wake him and start asking questions. The Iron Cross. Why don't we interrogate this creature?
sure, let's give it a go. And I'm gonna pick up one of the embers in the flame and throw it at his face, at this creature's face.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like I'm tossing a little ball, like a tennis ball,
Right.
towards him.
And he wakes up with a start, and he's scrambling about as best he can. His arms bound down at his sides, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would have probably pig tied him, hands tied behind his back to his feet.
There you
So
go.
he's kind of rolling on his belly at this point.
Sure. Okay, he's flopping around. He's screeching a little bit. He says, "Wait, who's there? What's going on?" He's very scratchy, very broken common.
Shh. You'll now answer our questions, and you may live.
His eyes grow wide, and he quiets, and he just nods at you.
Okay, so what were the questions?
Where are we?
Okay, where are we?
Oh, you find yourselves in the headquarters of a captain. Our captain has brought us here recently.
What's the device in the other room?
And you probably heard the captain. He was coming ashore. He's very excited to meet you.
What's
Which captain is this?
It's old Captain Shanky. Came to
Captain
these lands,
Shanky!
but recently he was washed ashore with
Captain
tales
Shanky.
of an evil group of adventurers. Apparently, waylaid him on his boat and sank it in the sea. Barely escaped with his life, and he swam into shore here, and he's been raising us ever since, trying to get us together, and maybe we can build a new ship.
I knew that crew. That cleric was a great man. Unfortunate his death.
The hell of a doorstop.
So, don't stop. What's the nearest way out of here?
I suppose you could get through here, and then just beyond that would be the barracks. Then oh dear, the courtyard would be hard. There's always this someone out there, and then maybe I don't know. Then there's the front gate, or maybe a back exit through the stables. I don't really know. Please don't hurt me.
Good. Now
I'm going to
listen.
kick him in the face. Whoa.
Just-
Why don't you talk in normal sentences, boy?
And he's down.
Go through this way, then that way, then that way. How the hell are we supposed to know where to go?
I will take what's left of some of this rope and stuff it in his mouth, gag him, and then look to Armand. Lead the way. I am too crippled and slow to lead this unit.
This is bad, gentlemen. Captain Shanky, I've heard of him. He is infamous. We must be careful. So I grab the spear, and I decide I'm going to lead my party to safety. So let's go back to where this little guy was, because and go beyond that door.
I agree with you, Armand.
Maybe let's everybody smell for the smell of horses, because if we can find the stables, that sounds like the best way to sneak out. Because somehow sneaking out through the barracks and the courtyard, which is tough, and everything else sounds like we'll die. So maybe if we find the stables, we'll be okay. So everybody just smell for horses.
Armand.
Or maybe you'll find the toilets.
Yeah, how can you discern any smell down here that's not of stables?
Exactly.
But yes, I like the idea, but I don't know.
Good thinking, although.
Everything smells like horse shit down here.
And it seems like this fellow over there smells like it a bit too much.
We'll be okay, guys. Trust me. We have. I pull a die. I pull a die out of my pocket. I'd say we have about a 1 in 6 chance of making it here. And I just roll. I looked at it. I throw it on the ground. It's like, oh, never mind. Just let's go.
Never mind. Yeah. All right.
So you guys make for the entrance to the cave, and
yes, yeah.
There's torches lighting just outside on the outside of the cave. You're staring at a hallway, probably 15 foot long, where it looks like the natural entrance to the cave ends, and someone has built a structure onto it, like the entrance to a mine almost. And that leads to a oaken door about 15 feet in front of you.
I'm gonna grab are these torches removable? Can I pull them free?
Yeah, they're in sconces.
Okay, and I'm gonna get one and hand one to our to the Iron Cross.
Oh, thanks. That'll come in handy.
Cool.
We need to get you guys weapons because we're definitely gonna have some problems. We're gonna have a skirmish or something.
Yeah.
Is this torch like club length, or how long is it?
That's
Can I, like, swing it.
that. Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
swing
So
it.
I have a pretty nice weapon.
I'm a reject dwarf, but I'd like to go pretend that I'm examining this door.
Okay.
For instruction, dwarfishness.
Yeah. The door itself is not what you're used to seeing underground. It's almost weathered as if it's been at sea for a long time.
Well, anything other than bars, I'm happy to see.
Right. It does appear to be locked.
Locked. Well, I don't have my thieves' tools.
Right.
Is there something nearby I can attempt to pick the lock?
So you take a look around, and just off to the side of where that kobold was standing, there is a small table that has a couple different pouches on it.
Check those out.
As you open the first pouch, you find about 3 copper pieces and a couple buttons, piece of chalk. And the second one, you open it up, actually contains one of your lock picks, along with a couple of assorted writing implements and an empty vial of ink.
Well, I'm going to try to pocket the first pouch without anybody seeing it. Nothing here, nothing here. Oh, look, I found my tools. Here, somebody write themselves a note while I try to pick this lock. And hand them
It's very clearly one of your tools.
Okay, I got a 16 on my roll.
Beautiful. Yeah, just like this block pick was built for this door. It just slides right into place, and you hear it click open.
Oh, look at that! Just like having a key.
What kind of marching order are we looking at?
I'll go first.
Okay, then I'll go behind you.
I would be last.
Across,
I'm crippled.
Yeah, put the noisemaker in the rear.
Yeah, I turn around the Iron Cross. I put my hands on the shoulders, like, you have everything to live for, son. your whole life.
Gold.
All right. So are you in front?
Nice.
Or am I in front?
Armand, or
now,
you're in front, Armand?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, sorry.
Yes, I am.
Armand, do you want the torch?
Yeah, offers you a torch.
No, you don't want to
hold
torch.
it behind him.
Okay, I'll hold the torch then.
I want to have the universal symbol of peace in my hand, a spear.
His torchbearers typically do really well.
Yeah.
So
it's true. And then I lean over to Armand. I grab his shoulders again, leaning really close. I like, if the dwarf starts talking, hit him.
And hit him hard, I suppose.
Oh yes.
Hey, I heard that.
Yes. Hit him with the burning end of your club.
That proves
that would work.
effective.
right.
Okay.
So as you open the door, slowly and carefully, of course, spear first, it opens into a little bit larger room, probably about 20 to 25 feet across, about 30 feet long, where you see lengths of tables where there's different amounts of grog and nasty looking plates of food set up. At the very end, you see 3 of these kobolds, similarly attired in ragtag pieces of armor. 1 holds a dagger, 2 hold what look to be kitchen knives. And that hobgoblin you met before are facing away from you, but talking to one another.
Huh. What are these guys doing here? Or
Oh,
maybe
look, they
it's not.
set something out. I'm going to walk up to the grog.
Nice. It's not the worst grog you ever had. It smells pretty good. Clearly goblin stolen, not goblin made.
Yeah. This is good. You guys should try some. And then keep going. Keep drinking.
Yeah, I'll wrestle the cup away from Grumpy and take a swig. This has always been good for my arthritis, and I'll take a swig.
Good bracing grog.
Tastes like goblin piss.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Hey,
that's
don't
the
knock
cure
it
for
until you
every.
try it.
Yeah, that's the cure for every disease. Goblin
Yes.
piss.
Works
Yes.
every time.
So I'm gonna stride into the room and find like, oh, this looks fantastic. This is fantastic right here. But this table is just not set up the right way. And I'm just saying as loud as I possibly can. The forks don't go over here. This is where the spoon goes.
The 3
You there.
kobolds
Who
turn
eats with
around at the
silverware?
start, and their eyes are just about the size of dinner plates. Not sure what they're looking at. They weren't trained for this. They weren't planning on this. And,
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Yes, come here. You help me with this over here. Captain Shanky will be very disappointed how this looks.
And then
We
the
really need your help.
hobgoblin shouts, "Get them!" And they charge forward. Let's roll some
Yes,
initiative.
get us more.
cool.
Get us more.
All right.
I have a 2.
I have a 5. It's a D6, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
Darren
Four.
Cross is ready to lay down some of his orders.
Nice.
Pick him a fork. You'll do more damage in the torch.
4.
Four.
And Marcus?
5.
Grumpy 5. And of course, these guys, 2 and 5.
It's actually Grump. Grumpy was my illegitimate father.
Perfect.
Oh,
So simultaneous action, Iron Cross and Grumpy. You guys, who's got the higher dex?
my dex is +0, so
I got 16 plus 2.
Perfect. You're first.
Damn.
Running behind. Making sure I'm behind everybody else.
Of course.
Come on, guys. We got to take these people down. Now, get out of my way. Let me behind you. Stay in front of the Armand.
Excuse me.
And then I've got my dagger out like I'm all ready to fight.
Right.
With the grog in the other hand.
Sure. So you're going to swing on him?
No, I'm getting behind.
He's
I'm getting
retreating.
behind.
He's retreating.
Yeah. No, I am
such a
behind.
dwarf. Such is a dwarf.
He's a good man.
Fearless. Those thing tells of you.
We'll call it a held action.
Yeah.
Iron
There you
Cross,
go.
your turn.
I'm just gonna. Is there like a little stool lying around?
Certainly.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one stool as a shield, and then I'm just gonna get my like torchlight and actually try to go after one of those. The one that screamed because it's just annoying.
Perfect. Like a lion tamer.
Yeah.
Nice.
A
Nice.
goblin tamer.
I like it. Mark that as some +1 to AC or at 11.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, go for it. Roll a d20, standard attack bonus.
That would put him at 12, by the way, Mike. Just so you know.
Perfect. Even
Okay.
better.
Oh wow. Got a 4.
Not quite. He darts away from that one, whether it be accidental or on purpose, we may never know. But no connection there. And then the 3 kobolds are going to attack. Not the dwarf, clearly, because he's
He's behind everybody
strategically
else.
positioned himself in such a manner to prevent such actions.
Yes.
I'm in reserve. Hey,
The first one's coming after you, Cross. He rolls a nat 1, falls on his kitchen knife. He doesn't appear to be moving.
yeah, go get him.
I think he panicked
Second
when he saw the Iron
kobold.
Cross.
Does connect for 1 damage.
Ah.
And
God.
the other one is going to miss. And then the hobgoblin comes in behind him. Ivan, he's coming straight for you.
What's this
Armand,
guy?
he
Is
rolls
that
a
the guy from before?
16. It is, with his big
Wow,
club.
traitor.
Give yourself a damage on that as well.
What do I get?
Just one.
I get -1. Okay, great. All right, wonderful.
Next will be Armand.
Armand the Sante.
De La Soul. It's like,
Yeah.
Right.
my good man, what are you doing? And I'm
Armand of the
shouting
Sun.
up. This is highly irregular. We're here to help. As I try to stab him in the heart,
Nice.
and that is a 10.
Okay.
10 will miss. He blocks it away with his club. All right, then. Forgive me. Got it. Elmer, your turn.
Elmer, I've got all I have is a torch and a cup of grog or a cup of. I'm going to.
It's a metal cup, though.
Oh, it is. Oh,
And if it is
fantastic!
goblins, just throw it in their eyes.
That's it. I'm going to. What else is about this chamber?
You're looking at a couple of benches, scattering of stools, and whatever you would find on the standard crappy dinner table.
Okay. I'm going to set this torch underneath the dinner table and see if I can't get it on fire.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, there's been years upon years of spilled mead and ale going into this wood. It doesn't take your full turn before you see it start to catch.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to kick it with my crippled, clumsy legs over into the one of the other benches and try to get a little fire going.
You guys been burning down the dungeon. I love it.
Pyromaniac. Like, I just want to see burning.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you kick the table, and that's about all it could take. And one of the legs breaks right off, kicking it into the bench it was sitting over.
Okay.
And the flames start to spread.
Okay. And if I have any move action left, I would try to circle around to put put our enemies between me and the fire that I've created.
Sure. You see the dwarf already standing there. All right.
And am I actually on the border of the flames engaging?
Yeah,
with the things?
you're near
Okay.
the flames at this.
Okay.
Well, not the flames, but you're near the table that is on fire,
Cool.
which is
It's like, ooh, things are heating up here.
it's getting interesting. Okay, roll again.
All right.
Initiative, right?
Yep.
There's a
1.
1.
6.
I got a 4.
Grumpy was
I
at a
also have a
6.
1.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Grumpy the fast dwarf who does nothing but freaking run.
No,
right,
no,
so-
agile.
Agile.
Yes,
Just does backflips.
fast.
No, I'm
only-
sorry, Iron Cross. What did you get?
I got a 4.
4.
Yeah. I think that's someone got a 6, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Grumpy's up.
Okay, so give me the scene. I'm by a fire, standing near Elmer.
You're standing behind a table that is a small fire has started under, and on the other side of the room from this table is now 2 standing kobolds and a hobgoblin facing up with Armanda and the Iron Cross.
Okay. Grump is going to jump up on the table, oblivious of the fire developing beneath it, and throw his dagger at the hobgoblin. And do I always have to do everything around here?
Love it. Go for it.
That's awesome.
Natural 20.
Hell yes, it is.
What?
What is
Roll
a
that.
dagger? Is it 6 or D4?
D4.
D4. 2.
Help me remember basic fantasies. We roll twice, or you just double it?
No, there is no critical hit in BF.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
There's no critical failures, no critical hits.
Right.
Well, I read there's an optional rule if you're standing on a table and you throw a dagger.
Yeah.
Table's on fire.
But I mean, you as a GM, you can make any ruling you want, though, Mike.
No, it goes right into his shoulder. He's holding it, and blood's pouring pretty profusely out of it, and he howls with pain.
All you had to do was reset the table.
Right, right.
As his eyes grow wide, he makes a hasty escape. He ducks right out the door on the opposite side of the room.
Maybe he is going for the silverware.
Next is the Iron Cross. Your turn. You can still have 2
Yeah.
kobolds in front of you.
All right, so I suppose they're not afraid after what happened, or are they a little bit frightened?
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, so
No, they're
so what I'm
okay.
gonna do is-
They're
yeah,
shaking.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look at my torch in one hand, and I'm gonna glance to them as well, and I'm gonna say, "I never play with fire," and then I'm gonna start running towards them and hit one of them.
Nice, man. Roll for it.
All right, let's see. Oh God, a tree! I got a tree. What is going on?
He parries. He throws his kitchen knife in front of him, just like in abject terror, and just catches Purchase with the wood of the torch in his eyes, just glaring in the torchlight. He can't believe what he's done. He'll have to write a song about this later.
You know, hey, Cross, you're not supposed to roll this die when you're doing the attack rolls, just so you know.
And now we know why he doesn't play with fire.
Just so you know, it's this one, the one that looks like that. Okay.
Big one.
Yeah.
His
Thanks,
friend is
man.
going to stab
Thanks,
at, panic and take a stab at you.
Let's see.
And I roll another. I'm going to throw these dice away. Another nat 1. He misses horribly. He was aiming behind you.
I think he had a bit too much of that grog.
He was excited. We're leaving Elmer and Armand. Your guys' simultaneous action. Go for it.
Yeah, I have to defer to Armand because I am crippled.
Right.
I look at Elmer and just yell out, "Malachi Crunch!" And I run towards one side of one of the kobolds, hoping he gets the hint to run towards the other side.
I will do the same.
Nice.
Yeah. However, I get there just a step later than my friend Armand. But yes.
Yes. And I roll an 8, which is awesome. Let's see if
6.
and we hit each other.
Yeah.
You
Right.
run square into each other.
Apparently, the kobold slips out between us, and we whack each other. Not enough to do damage, but we hit each other by the shoulder.
And,
Whole music starts playing.
I cry out in pain because my arthritis as I try to run across the floor. Oh,
I mean, it didn't feel good
Fast
before
little
you got
bastard.
there.
Fast little bastard, man! I never knew they could run so damn fast. They're like dwarves. They're nimble like dwarves.
That's why the dwarf got him.
And the other kobold, the one that parried your blow, he'll take a swing as well. And he can't roll for Jack either. He does a very poor job. Top of the round. Roll initiative.
7.
2.
Oh, I got a 2-2.
Okay, 7, 2, 2, and a 5, Isaac.
5. I saw 5. Yep.
Okay. 7 first.
All right. Are these 2 goblins, you say? Are they close by each other?
Kobolds, but yes.
Okay. I'm going to come off the top rope, flying swan dive into both of them.
Hello. Go for it.
And I'm going to say, Malachi this!
Right.
4. Jeez.
Dang, man. That was such a good plan, too.
I know. The dice didn't agree.
So, Armand and Elmer, this dwarf seems to clothesline both of you in the same jump.
Damn, Crookie, get off the old man.
Oh, just as planned.
The kobolds take one look at you guys and run out of the room.
See,
I was just about to throw the dwarf at them.
Yeah, this is starting to look like a mosh pit right here. Is what I'm
They're
imagining.
scared.
But you just missed like the kobold band, so.
Right.
that was the guy whistling.
Oh yeah, that was his attempt.
Right.
Oh boy, we got to get out of here, guys. We got to get out of here.
There are 2 doors.
Let's
There's
make sure the frog
there's
is
a
left
large, what appears to be an exterior door, like off of a building. Appears to be the one that the hobgoblin and the kobolds ran through. They slammed it behind themselves as they went through. And there's a narrower, what appears to be shoddier door off to your right.
That way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following Armand.
Yeah.
Which one are you going for, good sir?
The shoddy door, which they did not walk behind.
I love it. You go into that room, you open that, and that actually opens into the kitchens.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Just makeshift fire pits with cauldrons of unspeakableness boiling inside cabinets. And it's about a 10-foot wide room, probably 20 feet long.
I want to look for the largest kitchen implement I can find.
There is a large cast iron pot with a long handle.
Okay, I'm going to grab that.
Statted out like Warhammer.
Okay, great.
Arm yourself, guys. This is our chance.
I'll keep my torch, but I'll pick up a knife or something close.
There's a cleaver on the wall that looks like it could be wielded dual-handed if you wanted to.
Too bad I can't use sharp weapons. But...
I want to look at the cleric and say, would the iron cross like the iron pot?
Nice.
I think you would.
Nice.
Give it to him.
Like, hand it over, man. I'll use it as a frisbee and I'll just throw it.
I'll grab the cleaver.
Cool.
Is there like a ladle?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll just find a big ladle because I can.
The big wooden ladle.
Okay. I'm gonna find another pot. It's not a pot that'll fit in my head.
You walk past.
And I'll look back in the dwarf as I put the pot on my head and say, "I plan to be opening a lot of doors. Don't ask."
Yeah, you find a helmet.
Yeah, get a helmet.
Steel pot.
Nice.
Actually, I'm looking for a pot lid. I want a shield. The biggest pot lid I can find.
Well, it's that big one, about a foot across. Sure, it's a good buckler.
Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm getting myself a shield. I swear to God.
Goodness gracious.
Is there a door out of here?
There's the door you came in, and there's a door at the end of the kitchen as well.
I will just point to that door to my comrades.
I'm going to point to the pot on Armand's head. Yep. I think he's got the door.
Of course, I get the door. Sometimes they're trapped.
Nice.
I'm going to open it very gingerly.
And it does open into what appears to be a courtyard. It's about mid-evening. It's dark already. The torches have been lit about every 20 feet. The courtyard is probably 60 feet across both ways. And at the far end, you can see there's a gate that is open to the wilderness.
Oh, well, at least we can get to breathe some fresh air for once.
Yep.
Right. But he said the courtyard would be tough.
A couple different groups of goblins and kobolds skittering about, possibly on patrol. A couple of them sleeping, just kind of out in the dirt. They appear to be less organized than you might expect.
I think that we could try to sneak past them if they're like...
Oh, yeah, we can sure do that with Captain Noisemaker here.
Wait a minute. I have a plan. A plan.
Uh-oh.
The man with a plan.
Hold on. Cleric, say one for us.
What should I say for you?
A prayer.
A prayer. Okay.
The last rites.
Right.
I go back in the kitchen and I'm looking for the triangle.
Okay.
I'm looking for the triangle and the little mallet. And I point to the rest of them. Hide. And I just start bringing on the trial. Come and get it, dude. It's ready.
Hey, Mike, is there a huge cooking pot in the kitchen?
Not anymore.
Oh, I mean like a big one, like a cast iron that you'd see on, not the pot he took as a weapon, but...
Oh, there's like a big Dutch oven, like a cauldron.
Yeah, I'm getting in that.
Oh, good. You pull the lid over it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they all perk up and they come a running, except for the hobgoblin and the two kobolds that had just run outside. It seemed like they're trying to make sense of these other ones, trying to coax them from running in, because these guys are used to dinner, and they're not paying very good attention to their leader.
I was like, "Yo, it's all gonna be gone."
Nice.
Oh, I guess
you can't hear waves once you're outside proper.
Oh, are we outside or inside still?
I figured you were all still inside.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because we're gonna ambush them.
Okay.
Ambush them. We're hoping they run past us.
Well, the
Yeah.
majority of them actually don't
Just
run into the
hide.
kitchen as much as they run into the mess hall where you guys were fighting, and you start to hear some disorganized shouts and screams from the kobolds because now apparently that small fire is no longer that small.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
That's our cue to shut the door behind us,
Exactly.
and I'll use my torch if I can to stick the door. Basically, try to jam it in so the door doesn't open easily.
Nice. Oh yeah. You find actually an easy way would be for just shut it and jam it shut with the torch. Is no problem.
Okay.
It's essentially a barred door now.
And I'm going to head out toward the courtyard, but I'm not going to say a word to the dwarf. I'm going to let him hang out in the large pot.
Nice.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, get up! Hey, where are you guys? Hot in here.
Anyone else come out of the kitchen?
I'm coming out of the kitchen,
coming out of
yeah.
the kitchen. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the pot on my head too.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, you come out and you're now facing down the hobgoblin with his daggers hanging out of his shoulder and two frightened kobolds, but they seem to have regained their fervor.
I look at them and mustering all the command I have with my 16 charisma, saying, "I'm going to stick the dwarf on you if you don't get out of our way."
One of the kobolds bolts just right out the front gate. The other one holds strong, though. He raises his kitchen knife at you.
Come on out of here. Let's go.
Let's go.
And the hobgoblin pulls the dagger over his shoulder and holds it in his offhand, holds his club in his main hand, and just starts swathing towards you.
Oh man, he means business. Watch out.
He doesn't even know how to set a table.
Out of the
Complete
cauldron
amateur.
and go running out.
Let's re-roll initiative.
Call yourself out.
6. Holy cow. I got a
Wow.
3.
Okay. 6 first.
I'm going to. They're coming to us quickly.
Great. They're somewhat charging you.
Okay, I'm just going to set my ground, and I'm going to meet whichever one comes closest to me. I will set my ground and wait for him to get in range, and then I'm going to stick this cleaver in them.
Nice. That'll be the hobgoblin coming at your front.
Yep. I'm going to let him do the walking since I'm crippled.
Right.
3.
Oh
That's
man.
amazing.
We are amazing.
Everybody changed dice.
Let's get out some other dice here.
Those are the enchanted ones.
Yes.
Didn't somebody have a 5?
Yeah, I did.
Go for it, sir.
Okay, when I heard Armand call,
Yep.
I popped out of the cauldron, went outside with my ladle in front of me like I'm ready to do battle
Nice.
until I see the goblins, and I'm going to stop next to and a little bit behind Elmer and say, come on, I'm waiting for you. And wave the ladle.
If I was but 10 years younger, Grump.
Yeah, you'd still be younger than me.
Well, Hobgoblin actually ran past him. That's what happened when the cleaver didn't find purchase. So you have a shot at him if you like.
Oh, great. Okay, well, I guess I got to. 7, 8. Nope.
Rolling just as good. Love it. Okay. And then 5.
I'm just not used to ladle.
Iron Cross, what did you have again? I'm so sorry.
I got a 1.
That's right. That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, God.
Armand, it's your turn.
Okay, I have
Oh,
a
it
3,
is.
so I'm gonna attack the kobold.
Okay.
And that is a 7.
Armand, why don't you pick on something your own size?
Imagine
It's
if you guys
dark.
were
It's
armed.
dark, for God's sakes. It's hard to see.
That's because
Yeah.
that pot has slid down over your eyes, you
You-
fool.
You see how fast they are? They're faster than a damn dwarf.
So he ran past you. He ran past the dwarf. He must be headed for you, Armand. The hobgoblin takes a swing, and I roll a 19. He hits. But he's got the dagger forward.
Oh, he's such a.
That's 4 damage.
Oh, jeez.
Then the hobgoblin, or no, the
Must
kobold.
not have liked me calling him a hack, freaking interior decorator.
Comparing him to a dwarf.
He
Right.
finds the first person he can meet, and that is you, Elmer, for 1 damage.
1. Okay. What do I have? 6. So I'm at 5. Okay.
Just then you hear in the distance a loud bang.
Good.
It looks as though my fire might have paid off.
Yeah.
Sounds as though my fire might have paid off.
Nice.
Well, surely they'll have to pay for what you did somehow.
For
The
sure.
insurance won't cover that.
Smells like burning cobalt to me.
Oh, because you know how that smells.
That's gotta be great. Yeah, no one will smell that forever.
Brunch. Good brunch.
Darren Cross, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna take off the cup and throw it as a frisbee, as I said earlier.
Nice.
So the one that we all missed, right?
The hobgoblin.
I'm going for him.
The extremely elusive hobgoblin.
Elusive. Let's see that. Okay, I got a 12.
12 hits.
Cool. I was
Oh
waiting
my
for that.
god.
Wow.
I throw the clay pot or whatever kind of material pot it is,
Improvised.
and
Roll a d4. Why not?
okay, that's a 3.
3
Nice.
damage. He bangs right off the side of his noggin. He's a little stunned.
Oh, good. That's what he gets.
And let's roll initiative. Nice.
6. Holy cow! I'm on a roll.
Nice. Got 2 6s. Was that?
I got a 1. So yeah.
6,
I have a 4.
4, 1, and the cleric.
Yeah, I got a 1.
1 as well. All right, Elmer, you're up.
I will attempt to. So this thing bounced off his skull.
Correct. He's a little birded.
Okay. I would like to take advantage of that and maybe move around behind him.
Cool. Yeah, you
And
can
on the
survive
next,
him.
maybe on the next turn, get a from behind attack.
Right.
Okay.
No problem. Next then will be the 4.
Oh, I got a 4.
No, I had a 6, Grump.
Oh yeah, you have a 6.
Oh, forgive me.
Is there another one on Armand that's causing him all the damage? Or is it this same one?
No, it's just this one hobgoblin.
Just this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to take a swing at him with the ladle.
Love it.
18.
Oh, that's one hell of a shot.
Mhm.
And
You being him
what is
with it.
ladle?
It's a makeshift
ladle?
cudgel.
The label weapon is the best weapon. Yeah.
Nope.
What
Yeah,
is
it's
the
a
damage
D4.
on a ladle?
Such firm sound when it hits.
I'd assume is
If
cudgel
you-
D4?
Yeah, cudgel is yes.
Call it a cudgel.
If you've ever
4.
worked in the kitchen, ladles do swing very nicely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
do 4 damage.
I've had many a
4.
swinging ladle sword fight in the kitchen.
Me too.
Yeah,
he
I
goes
talked-
down. He's not dead, but he's unconscious. You knocked him a good one.
Nice.
Talked back to the wife one time and woke up. It's her standing over me holding a ladle.
Oh dear.
Ah.
I tell
Oh, he
you
went
what.
down?
Yeah, he did. He did. And I have a 4, so I'm up. So I'm gonna stab him triumphantly.
Yeah.
He's down on the ground with a
Yeah.
spear, just finish him off. I
Fair.
need to roll for that, or am I?
Just give me a damage roll.
Okay, I give you damage. That's the spear. That's a 2.
He's dead.
All
Yeah.
right.
That goes right.
And
in
I
his
look
chest
back
cavity.
up at the dwarf and say, and that's how you do it.
Yeah. I'm just going to show him the ladle.
Yep.
Hey, don't mess with the ladle.
Yeah. You gotta respect it.
Meaning the other kobold then fails his morale check and he turns coats and runs, granting.
Yeah.
You
Fear
got
the
it.
ladle. Fear the ladle.
You're waving it around like
Mute of
a
a
gavel.
chains, Iron Cross.
Iron Cross. Kill that kobold.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish what I started earlier.
Go for it.
However, I'm gonna use the torch.
Yeah.
So I swing the torch, and that's 10.
10 will miss, so he just gets past you.
They're
And just
fast,
as he
they're
makes
fast.
it to the opening at the front of the gates, you hear another loud bang, and he goes off his feet, falling about 2 feet behind himself, dead with a giant hole in his chest.
Ooh.
I will definitely duck. Have we have seen or heard of anything like this before?
It's uncommon. It's not nothing you've seen before. You've heard tales, though, of some merchants and sailors talking of these newfangled weapons from across the lands. It's a large metal tube that explodes.
I will pick up the lid that he threw at the hobgoblin.
Yep.
Yeah, and I bend and move a little faster than I have recently.
It's an inspirational youth.
Yeah, all of a sudden the adrenaline makes the pain in my joints more tolerable.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt later, but you're good now.
So I drag my blood-soaked self next to my companions, bleeding profusely from my wounds.
Now, this is dangerous, but I would like to have one of these things.
One of those banging
Yes.
things.
One of those
those
body. I'm gonna if I've got some grog left in my thing, I'm gonna pour it on Armand's wounds. They suck it up.
Jeez, what the hell's wrong with you?
Ouch.
Hey, remember, you don't want an infection out here.
Always thinking ahead.
Exposure.
So is this the only way out of the courtyard where they've shot this kobold?
The only obvious exit, yes.
I'm going to move as fast as I can to one of the sides of this exit and kind of get up against the wall and peek around.
Off to the side to the left, you do notice there is a small building open to the front with some hay inside. It could very well be stables.
Oh. I will yell back, stables, to my companion. Stables, and I'll nod my head in that direction.
And you start to hear the screams as little kobolds pop in the kitchen like popcorn.
My experience grows every time one of those kobolds die.
They make funny noises for sure, but I'm just gonna head to the stable. That is.
Is that everybody?
If we get some horses, yeah, we can get out of here.
Well, I want to make sure Armand is okay to come with us.
Right.
Like, let him put his arm around me.
Yeah. The old soldier carry.
Sure.
And as you make it into the stables, you see that it's the back wall of the stables is the same wall that the rest of this structure is built out of. And in the back of that, there is an opening that the four of you could sneak out through.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's where I'm
How
heading.
big is the opening?
Probably about a foot wide and 1.5 to 2 feet tall.
So you're gonna have to crawl, right?
You're going to have to push yourself through.
No horses in here.
No.
Yeah, so I will get to the hole as fast as I can, and I will crawl out behind my companions.
Certainly.
Okay. So for once, I'm gonna actually stand at the front if everyone's okay with that.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the Iron Cross is gonna push himself inside the hole and he's gonna try to drag out and get to the other end.
As you push through, you're able to see off to your right, just as a figure passes some bushes heading towards the front of the encampment where that gate was, is the largest goblin you've ever seen. He's fat and probably about 5.5 feet tall. He wears a tri-wedge hat, and he's got long, what appear to be dreadlocks hanging down.
I'm just gonna turn around and I'm gonna say to the rest, I think I saw the cook.
Oh, good. Hey.
Peg leg.
Peg leg.
Whatever his name is, but he's a big boy.
Okay. He's past us. He doesn't know we're here.
He hasn't seen you. Yeah, he's walked past the opening in the gate, and he's walking through the front gate now.
Is he carrying anything with him?
He appears to have what appears, well, you wouldn't know it, but a pistol in his right hand, blunderbuss.
Is the cleric through the hole?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to scramble behind him real quick. Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right behind
Come on,
you.
Armand.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone pushed through, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna cough up some blood as I'm going through that the old man has to crawl through as well as my wounds continue to grieve me. This
I am an old soldier. I have seen this before. Armand, we will burn. Do you want to be buried, Armand, or do you want to be burned?
burned, I suppose. I'd hate to be wake up
Yeah.
alive in some
Yes.
coffin.
Totally out of character here, but it is very important to find out how a dead person has to be disposed of.
Yes, every time.
Yes.
You must know.
We don't want to face Hargath as well as Captain Shanky.
That's how we honor soldiers in battle. We
That's
just
right.
accept the fact that you will die, Armand.
Nope. He's
Okay.
dead.
Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound.
So
Let's
you
go.
hear
Let's go.
shouting from the courtyard. You hear a voice call out, "Arr, shiver me timbers!
Whoa.
Who's crossed old Captain Shanky and waylaid all my men? Oh, tis poor fortune once again."
I'm going to stand up and pound on the side of the thing above the hole. Say, Captain Shanky! Captain Shanky!
Oi! And he-
Last
club
time
thing
this
is on.
happened,
I look at the Iron Cross. Goes. This is the time. This is the time to hit him. Remember that I told you about that?
Oh, wow.
Back
That's
away,
Captain
back away.
Shanky, eh?
A large stone falls, Marcus. No. He turns around on the spot, much more agile than you'd think for a fat old goblin with a peg leg, and comes moving towards you, fiddling with the front of this large tubed device, shoving something down the front of it.
I don't think he's shoving something nice down there.
No.
What is he on the other side of the hole behind the wooden structure?
he's coming toward us. Isn't
He's coming towards the gate.
he? Okay.
So he's got to come back out and around to us. He doesn't have clear view of us, does he?
Not yet.
Yeah.
If we rush him at the same time, we're gonna get him.
Yeah, only one of us can take a bullet. I agree.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. You go first.
Okay. Set up
I'm
an
going to make sure.
And I'll go
Armand
last as well.
I realize this is my chance. I say, Captain Shanky, Rump wants to talk to you.
Nice.
Grump.
This is, hey, laddie, I'm coming to you.
Seriously though, how big is this guy? It's like
Pretty tall for a goblin. He's about 5.5 feet tall and about that wide.
If we since he has to come around a corner to us, and if we see him moving, could we sneak up to the corner and kind of wait for him?
Like an ambush.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think of that, Elmer?
Yeah. I mean, I'm limping along this fence. I'm assuming there's a fence. Yeah, right, the backside of the bar, or backside of the stables, all the way over to the gate.
6.5 foot tall.
Yeah. So
wooden wall.
I will crouch down. Actually, I won't have to because I'm a little. Actually, I might need to. I might crouch a little bit so they can't see me. Hopefully.
Right.
And I'll put my back up to the fence and kind of head toward the gate
Cool.
with my iron lid now that I picked up off the cleric.
Now, the dwarf is
through
going
it.
to go back through the hole and try to sneak
Nice.
around and follow behind him.
Okay, let me say something.
Grump.
Oh yeah.
There he runs. He runs again. You
He
bastard.
peeks, just poof. He poops right through the hole. It's good to go. So the three of you are going to set up around the gate while you sneak around from behind, Grumpy.
Yep.
yeah, that's a good idea.
And
Because this ladle is a great backstab weapon.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna motion to Armand to give me his bonnet and his spear.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at him like shaking my head.
tumbling out here.
I'm just there with a stick
5
that's
minutes.
burning.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick this the lid of this cauldron above the fence and see if I can't draw his attention.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Maybe get the sunlight in his eyes.
Okay. With another loud bang, the lid gets blasted out of your hand.
Yes.
It goes flying off into the distance.
Okay.
If I hear
so-
a bang, I'm going to
Oh.
speed up my movement.
He stops. You see him standing there just before the gate. He stops and starts fiddling with his weapon again.
Oh, I'm rushing him.
Who
I'm
goes
rushing him.
there?
I'm coming with him then.
Take a
We'll
turn of
rush
attack,
him.
you guys, and then we'll roll initiative.
Oh, okay. All right, here I go. I'm coming around with my cleaver in my right hand.
Love it.
14 plus. Oh, actually, I've been forgetting my attack bonus. Melee attack bonus
shoot.
+2, so 16.
That's going to hit.
Okay. And what am I doing with
Nice.
this cleaver, damage-wise?
Cleaver, Roll a d8.
D8. Okay.
Why not?
+1 for strength. 5 points.
Love it.
Is my attack from behind? Do I get that bonus?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look him as I stick this cleaver in his chest. I'm gonna look him in the eye below me, and tell him I want that thing. And I'm gonna look at his weapon.
Nice. Okay.
I want that.
Whoever wants to go next.
Yeah, I'll go. 10 plus 5, 15.
That's going to connect.
Okay, as I hit him with my ladle in the back and do 3 points of damage,
Nice.
I'm going to say, "You heard him. He wants that thing."
Love it. Armand or the Iron Cross? Your guys' turn.
I think I'll go first because he is a bit low on HP.
Go for it. He's just behind you. Just give him a
Yeah. So I'm running.
Blood. Who has it?
Is there like a stone I could pick up or something? Because
Sure.
I don't want to fight him with a stick. So I'm just gonna get a stone, and as I'm running towards him, I'm gonna kind of like try to jump and hug him, and at the same time hit him with a stone.
Nice.
Go ahead
Okay.
and roll to attack.
So I got a 16 to that.
Hit. Absolutely.
Woo, nice.
And roll a d4, but make it 1 or a 2. So roll a d2
So I got a
for a rock.
1.
Okay, he takes damage, but he stumbles backward, and a rather large saber falls from his belt on that side.
Oh, okay.
And
Just gonna shout, "Someone get the saber!"
he shuffles to his feet, pushes his weapon into his coat, and pulls out a knife. He says, "Oh, the 4 of you will not be getting the best of old Shanky."
Looks like we
Let's
already
roll some
have.
initiative.
Sounds like
Captain Shanky, we demand your surrender. What can I say?
6. Holy cow! I like it.
Same.
I'm happy I broke out my new dice here.
I got a 1.
I
Okay.
got a 7.
Okay.
Wow, I like that.
Mr. Ivan.
I got 2.
Beautiful. 7's going to go first.
Okay, am I still behind him or?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
still facing the rest of them.
Okay, I want to do 2 things. I want to kick the saber towards the Iron Cross,
Okay.
and then take a pop at him with the ladle. 21.
Jeez. You scoop up the saber with your ladle, toss it to the man, and in the same motion you used to hit him over the head with it.
That's what I call dwarf.
3 damage. They
Nice.
make good use of it, boy.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay, next will be Elmer.
Yeah, I want to do a hockey. I'm going to pull his coat. I'm going to reach around. I've left the cleaver in his chest, and I'm
Sure.
going to, since he stuffed this in his coat, I would like to grapple and pull his coat down around his arms.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a little hockey jersey action here.
love
Hopefully
it.
he didn't wear his strap.
I go for
So
some-
do you want me to roll attack?
Yeah.
+1 with my, +2 with my melee attack bonus.
Yep.
5.
So you guys are actually locked, arms on arms.
I somehow got myself tangled in his
Elmer, what you
jacket.
hugging him
So
for?
there's this old grumpy fighter and an old grumpy goblin just staring and snarling at each
At
other.
your age, you could do better.
The music just plays itself for the epic battle that is taking place right here. Next will be
The Palm Far music.
Mhm.
Armand.
Alrighty.
Dun, 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 dun.
I
I'm
was
gonna try to
thinking more of
stab him
the,
as best I can.
I was thinking more of the hockey music, right?
Nice.
So I will try to poke him with a spear as best I can.
With the sharp end.
Yeah, with a sharp end, with a sharp end. And that is a 19.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Unbelievable. I actually hit him.
We should have got you wounded earlier.
I know. That is 3 points of damage.
3
That's
points.
his on and off switch, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's
Like you want him to do something, you just give him pain.
Iron Cross, your turn.
Nice.
So I have the saber now, I suppose.
Right.
Okay, well,
Technically,
I'm
you're
just
not
gonna-
supposed to. Whatever.
I'm not going to use it. Am I supposed to? Am I not going to use it? I could,
You can use it at a -1.
okay. In that case, let's see how much I get on my swing. Okay, so only 8.
Now, you realize that you're about as proficient with a saber as the rest of these guys are with cooking implements. So you feel like you're doing pretty good,
And I'm like, oops. First time, guys.
right? Okay, so yeah, he blocks that. And on his turn, he's going to try to break free of you, Jason.
It won't be hard. I'm a crippled
does.
old man.
He kind of twists your one arm over the other and throws you over his hip. You're prone.
He's doing some judo.
Takes a kick at you,
Okay.
but he rolls a 3. So,
Okay.
Come on, man.
well, there. Roll
No,
initiative.
Nice. Initiative?
Yep. Oh, that's on the floor.
5.
5.
That is a
1.
5.
Oh.
Oh, wow. We're all getting.
Wow. What were the other 2? I got 2 5s.
I got a 1.
5 too.
Okay.
Let Armand
Jeez.
go first.
Go for it, Armand.
Yeah, Armand's hot.
Damn it, you Shanky. We demand your surrender. That is a 15.
Nice.
So that was it?
Yep.
That is 5 points of damage with a spear.
5 points of damage with a
Nice.
spear.
I'm gonna slash him with it.
And just then, the powder in the kitchen goes off, laying everyone out. You're not dead, but you don't feel very good about it.
Oh,
And when the smoke clears, Armand's
I've
spear
been
and
shot.
everything that was attached to it is gone.
I've been shot by that bastard.
and I look at my commander. I did you see how hard I hit him?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That's the most powerful spear ever.
It's raining kobold and hobgoblin for as
Yeah.
far as the eye can see.
Awesome.
What did you say? What did you guys say?
Yeah, your ears are ringing.
There's a little bit of tinnitus going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shanky is gone too.
Yeah, he seems to have escaped again.
Nice.
Ladies
That's a
and
doom.
gentlemen,
That's a
you-
doom spin in 2d20 right there.
Right. You escaped the hideout of Captain Shanky.
Yes.
Faster than I thought we would at that.
It was the kitchen utensils.
Well, he lit the whole damn place on fire. That was the problem.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Nice. Oh, very good.
Well, guys, sorry for the short session, but
That's okay, man. We
Could've
got
gotten worse,
Captain
I guess.
Shanky by the short hairs. It's
That's
all right.
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Oh my God! What was it? Kept freaking me out when the dwarf kept taking his beard off. I didn't know what was going on.
Taking his beard off.
Disguise.
He was taking him out to drink. It was crazy.
I missed that. I was too caught up in my arthritis. I missed it.
Yeah.
I was so
my
convinced
God.
I was gonna die. I was so convinced I was gonna die. Well, that was fun.
What you have left?
Stream here real quick.
3.
3 hit